Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. During my last semester at the Arabic Institute in the Islamic University of Medina, in between classes one day I turned to my neighbor and I said, Assalamu alaikum. And he replied, Wa alaikum assalam. And I said, Akhi, fear Allah. And his brother looked at me and he was like, what do you mean? What did I do? And I was like, Akhi, I'm just saying fear Allah. I'm not saying you did anything. I'm just saying fear Allah. He's like, yeah, but why would you say that to me unless I did something? If you say that to somebody, they're going to think that they did something. I was like, watch this, Akhi, watch this. There was a friend of mine on the other side of the classroom, Mujtaba from Canada. Shout out to Mujtaba. I was like, Mujtaba, assalamu alaikum. He was like busy reading or writing something down. And he turns, he's like, wa alaikum salam. I'm like, Akhi, fear Allah. And he looks at me, and he looks down, and he looks at me and he grins and he goes, Jazakallah khair. And I was like, see, Akhi, fear Allah, bro. It's just a reminder. You know, that's what you should have said. You should have said, Jazakallah khair. MashaAllah. So the reason I was thinking about that story is because there's a hadith of the Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, in which a companion asked him for some advice. And from the advice that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave him was, he said, Ittaqillah haythuma kunt. Have taqwa of Allah wheresoever you may be. And oftentimes we translate this term taqwa as to fear Allah. If you say ittaqillah, a lot of people, they translate that as, fear Allah. But the ulama, they define this term to mean that it is to do what Allah commanded, hoping for His reward, and to avoid what Allah prohibited, fearing His punishment. And this is taqwa. And throughout the Quran, over and over and over again, Allah tells us to have taqwa. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullah. Ya ayyuhan nasu taqu rabbakum. Over and over and over again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to have taqwa. And this is something that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would constantly remind his companions to have, taqwa. And this companion who the Prophet advised to have taqwa wheresoever he may be, this wasn't just, some young companion. This was Mu'adh bin Jabal radiyallahu anhu. This was a companion who the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam loved. And he was of the most knowledgeable companions, to the point where he was sent to Yemen to give da'wah to the people. And this advice, it was also near the end of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's life. So I just wanted to remind myself and all of you the importance of having taqwa. That, sometimes we just think, ittaqillah, fear Allah, have taqwa, is in one ear out the other. But this is a very serious advice. We should try to make sure that we have taqwa wherever we may be, that we are doing what Allah commanded, hoping for His reward, and we are avoiding what Allah prohibited, fearing His punishment. So may Allah make us of those who have taqwa. And Jazakumullahu khairan. Allah knows best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.